What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich. In this video, as you can tell from the title, I'll be just discussing all 9 Premier League matches that were played on the 26th of December 2019, Boxing Day, in the UK, the Caribbean, maybe Canada, but not in the United States. I'm not even sure if it's Boxing Day in Canada, but in the United States, we don't celebrate Boxing Day. But I'm from St. Vincent, so I used to celebrate Boxing Day, so I'm pretty familiar with what it is. We had 9 games today, one tomorrow in match week 19, with teams Liverpool and West Ham United 1 game behind the rest because their fixture had to be postponed because Liverpool went to the Club World Cup, which they won. So they represented the Premier League very, very well. So let's all give a round of applause to Liverpool. Clap, 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 clap. My other hand is holding the tripod, so I can't clap with 2 hands. So clap, clap, clap to Liverpool. I already made a video congratulating Liverpool, so you guys could go check that out if you missed that one. So let's just run through all the matches, starting from the early ones, coming all the way up to the final game of the day, the Liverpool-Leicester fixture. And then we'll talk just a bit about the Wolves-Man City game tomorrow. So Tottenham 2, Brighton 1. Tottenham coming from behind to win that game. Adam Webster scoring in the 37th minute from a header, put Brighton 1-0 up. Second half, Harry Kane equalized in the 53rd minute. And Dele Alli with a very cheeky goal in the 72nd minute. Give Tottenham a deserved win. Mourinho worked his magic, brought on Christian Eriksen, and the rest was history. It shows how important Christian Eriksen is to Tottenham Hotspur or any team he plays for, as a matter of fact, the Danish national team. He's been linked to a move to Real Madrid. Let's see if he would sign a contract or not. So big win for Tottenham Hotspur. With that win, they go up to 5th on 29 points. For Brighton, with that loss, they're 15th, 20 points. Not a bad start to the season by Graham Potter and his boys there, but they lost in a match that they picked up the lead in. So good job from Tottenham. Remember, they lost their last game against Chelsea at home. They were without Heung-min Son, and the last match was very, very controversial. And it's a good thing we didn't have any controversy in this one. Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 1. Bournemouth scoring first through Dan Gosling. Nice cutback. Gosling getting the toes to it, put it past Leno. It's kind of stuffy in here. Give me 1 second, guys. Can't breathe. I can't fucking breathe. God. Whew. God, I lock myself up in the room because sometimes I don't like the echo outside. But Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with the equalizer. Aubameyang always pops up when needed, and Arsenal gain a draw in Mikel Arteta's first match in charge. Not a bad start, but it could have been worse, so he would accept this draw and be satisfied with it. They have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. A lot of players rumored to leave the club. He has to do everything he can to keep the very, very key players at the club like Aubameyang and maybe Lacazette. Ozil might leave. Xhaka might leave. A few more players might leave. But it's a new era, the Arteta era. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how he handles things at Arsenal. Remember, guys, former Arsenal player, former Man City assistant manager. So I want him to do well. I said he wasn't going to do well, but we will just have to wait and see what happens. Not the greatest of start, but still acceptable. Better than a loss. So with that draw for Bournemouth, who has been in very, very bad form as of late, they are at 16th on 20 points. Arsenal outside the top 10 on 24 points. So Arteta has a lot of work to do with this Arsenal team. A lot of work to do. Sheffield 1, Watford 1. I did predict a draw for this one. Gerard Deulofeu scoring first in the 27th minute. Very good breakaway goal. Very, very, smartly put to the left of the keeper. And Oliver Norwood with the penalty bring Sheffield back in the game. Ended 1-1. Both teams shared the spoils. And with Nigel Pearson appointed new Watford manager, he has now picked up 4 points in the last available 6. So that's pretty good, pretty good. Watford, for the first time in a very long time, they are, off the bottom of the Premier League table. They're currently 13 points in 19th. Good stuff. I did talk about how Watford could actually survive the drop this season. And with results like this and a few wins in between, they could catch up with the bunch. So good stuff. Good stuff for Watford there. As for Sheffield United, they have been very, 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 very good this season. They dropped to 6th, 29 points. They only need 11 more points to survive after being promoted after a very, very long time outside the Premier League. So good stuff, man. Very, very good stuff by Sheffield United. The Blades has hit the Premier League by storm. So they are currently in 6th. It'll be crazy if they get top 6 this season. It'll be insane. Chelsea 0, Southampton 2. I saw this match. I saw quite a bit of these games, guys, but I'm like, they weren't as exciting as I thought they would have been. And I'm like, I'm not going to even talk about these games individually. I'll just wait until the final match of the day, the Liverpool-Leicester fixture, for me to come and talk to you guys. So, in this game, Michael Obafemi scored first in the 31st minute, and then Nathan Redmond in the 73rd. Chelsea were outplayed. They were outplayed. Southampton kept them honest. They took the game to them, and Ralph Hasenhutl's tactics worked, leaving Danny Ings on the bench, choosing to play Che Adams and Obafemi up top. Both no goals this season in the Premier League, and that was a big gamble, but it worked. It worked. It threw Frank Lampard off his game. He expected Ings. He probably worked out his game plan on Ings playing. Ings never turned up until midway in the second half. So good stuff from Southampton. They needed that one. They played well and they deserved the win. They knew when to sit back and they knew when to go forward and hit Chelsea on the brakes. So good stuff from Southampton there. They're now 14th, 21 points. Guys, could you believe it? Southampton was struggling. Ralph Hasenhuttl was, in the talks. Many people thought he was going to get sacked, but they're now 14th. 21 points. Only 19 points needed to, avoid a drop. So I think Southampton will be fine. I think they'll be fine this season. And I don't think they're going to drop down. They have been struggling, but they'll be fine. As for Chelsea, they're still 4th, but they have lost 3 of their last 5. And maybe 5 of their last 8 or so Premier League matches. They haven't been good since they played City late November. They haven't been good, and they lost that game. They haven't been good. They've been losing quite a bit of games in December and late November. In Chelsea's last few games, 2-0 against Tottenham last week. That was good. 1-0 loss to Bournemouth, a struggling Bournemouth. 3-1 loss to Everton, an Everton team that was struggling. 2-1 win to Aston Villa, a 1-0 loss to West Ham United, and a 2-1 loss against Man City. They did defeat Crystal Palace 2-0, but, since that Crystal Palace win, they have been quite inconsistent. So they're still 4th. They're currently on 32 points, 6 points behind Manchester City. So they're not too far off the top 2, the 2 teams ahead of them in City and Leicester, but they need to start winning again on a consistent basis. Chelsea, you're falling off big time. Too many losses this season, 7 losses, same number of losses with Crystal Palace, same number of losses with, who else has 7 losses? Well, Crystal Palace has 7, Newcastle has 8. Newcastle did have 7, but they lost the game today. So that was the other team I made note of earlier. So Chelsea need to get your act together. So we're going to move on to the next game. It was Aston Villa 1, Norwich City nil. Conor Hourihane coming off the bench to score in the 64th minute to give Norwich another loss. Norwich did get their chances, but they were quite unlucky on the day. So with this well-needed win, Aston Villa still in the drop zone, 18 points, but 5 points off Watford, and for Norwich, they dropped to bottom, 20th, 12 points. I think Norwich is going down. I think Norwich City is going down. Next match, Crystal Palace 2, West Ham 1. West Ham scoring first through Robert Snodgrass in the 57th minute. Cheku Kuyate equalized in the 68th, and a late Jordan Ayew goal give the London team the win. Well, it was a London derby. Well, let's say give Palace the win at home. Big win for Palace, who has been quite consistent this season. Shoutouts to Roy Hodgson, the oldest Premier League manager right now, and he is still doing very, very well at that ripe age of about 70, 72, 73. So with that win, Crystal Palace are 9th, 26 points. West Ham United 17th. They're struggling, 19 points. So Pellegrini, I bet the West Ham people are asking for you to get sacked, and I think they're quite ungrateful if you ask me. You're a quality manager, and I don't think they're going to get any manager better than you to come to the club if you get sacked. So they just need to be patient and just chill out, man. Just chill out. Pellegrini would get things together, and eventually West Ham would finish around maybe 10th, 11th by the end of the season. The players need to step up. Stop blaming the manager. The player needs to step up. The players have to step up and manage their games better. Water break. So West Ham 17th right now. 17th. I don't want to edit this video, so too tedious to do edits. Everton 1, Burnley 0. Carlo Ancelotti's first match in charge of Everton. He picks up a big win, courtesy of a nasty header in the 88th minute by Dominic, my namesake, Calvert-Lewin. So, good game from Everton. They bossed the match and they deserve to win it. Burnley was gritty, but grittiness not going to win you Premier League games all the time. So, big win for Everton, and they're currently 13th, 22 points. As for Burnley are currently 12th, 24 points. So Burnley did pick up some steam, but they have lost 3 in their last 5. So they need to stop losing so many games. But I think Burnley will be fine. Burnley are just one of those teams that are always going to be fine. Don't have the most spectacular players on their roster, but they always turn out to be fine by the end of the season. So, big win for Carlo Ancelotti and Everton. It's going to be interesting to see how high he takes this Everton team. Carlo Ancelotti is a big manager, man. He's a superstar manager, and it's crazy how he ended up managing a team like Everton. No disrespect to Everton, but you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Man United 4, Newcastle 1. I was watching this game, and it was like, wow. What a way to turn things around by the Red Devils, man. They went behind early in the 17th minute after Matty Longstaff scored his second ever Premier League goal. His first was against Man United in that win, Newcastle win early on in the season. And I thought it was going to be a repeat of that match again. But Man United rallied and they just completely smashed Newcastle United. Anthony Martial opened the scoring in the 24th minute. A nasty shot to the right of Dubravka. Hand to it, but he was beaten. And then Mason Greenwood with that nasty strike. Oh my God. This guy Greenwood is going to be he's already a star in the making, but he's going to be big. Greenwood is going to be big. Greenwood reminds me of when Marcus Rashford broke out back in 2016, but like even better. I think Greenwood is better at the age of, he's only like 17. So Greenwood scoring there in the 36th minute. And then Marcus Rashford with a nasty header after that Wan-Bissaka cross. Wan-Bissaka, Man United, you did good to sign this guy Wan-Bissaka because he's good. He is very, very good. Very good in tackling, winning back the balls, very good in 1v1 situations, and apparently his crossing skills are top notch. But it'd be hard. It'd be hard to get into the English 11 with guys like Trent Alexander-Arnold and Trippier and Kyle Walker around. It's a wealth of talent in England right now when it comes to right backs. And in the second half, Anthony Martial with a breakaway goal chips Dubravka to make it 4. So Man United with a big come from behind 4-1 victory in front of their home crowd. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and his boys, they got 22 shots off at goal, 10 on target, comparing to Newcastle, 7 at goal, 2 on target. So a big win and very, very, very commanding performance by Man United. They are now 7th, 28 points. As for Newcastle, 10th, 25 points. Which brings us to the big game, guys. The big one. 16 minutes in. Thank you very much to everyone who has gotten to this point of the video. I really, really appreciate it. I hope I was entertaining, talking about all 8 previous matches. But this one, man, this one was big. Leicester 0, Liverpool 4. I predicted a Liverpool win. Go back, check my video talking about the L's. I predicted that Leicester would get back-to-back L's. One against Man City, one against Liverpool. It's crazy. Liverpool said, wait. We're just going to go to the Club World Cup, win this thing, come back, and continue winning games in the Premier League. You know what? Under 23 team, you know what? Play that League Cup match for us. We'll be back. We don't care about that too much. We're just going to win the Club World Cup, which we think is a bigger trophy, you know, make us world champions, knock off Monterrey, knock off Flamengo, get a revenge from 1981, and then I'm talking, you know, Liverpool here. So I'm not talking like I'm a Liverpool fan, so don't come with that shit, okay? I'm a Man City fan, as you guys all know. Come on, stop. But I'm talking as I'm Liverpool. So yeah, and come back to the Premier League and handle business like if we never left. And that's what Liverpool did. These guys are fit. These guys are strong. Seriously, aren't they jet lagged? Aren't they supposed to be jet lagged from that Qatar trip? Nah, not Liverpool. Not Liverpool. Not Liverpool at all. They started this game very, very well. They start dominating the game from the very start and were very unlucky not to score early. Leicester was tested early. And I was like, how come Liverpool aren't scoring? Why is the game still 0-0 up to the half-hour mark? Why? And then bam, Trent Alexander-Arnold with that nasty crossing after that corner routine. Firmino, not even in the picture, but runs into the picture and heads it in the back of the net past Kasper Schmeichel. 1-0. Celebrates. You know, El Pistolero. Pow. Firmino again. Scored against Monterrey. Scored the winner against Flamengo and pops up again. Before that, he wasn't in form. He was like nowhere to be found. He wasn't scoring and then bam. He's scoring. 1-0. I'm like, okay, that's it. Liverpool has won this game. They have won this game because no way they're going to give up the lead. And it was 1-0 for quite some time. All in the first half, Leicester did not register a single shot on target. They struggled against Man City as well. They did score first, but they struggled after they went ahead. But they were made to chase the game, and they had to really, really chase the game. This didn't look like the Leicester team that has been dominating these other Premier League teams all season. This did not look like the Leicester team that's currently sitting second in the league table right now on 39 points. This did not look like that Leicester team. Or maybe it's just that this Liverpool team is just on another level. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe there can't be any other explanation. They can't. Second goal came in the 71st minute. James Milner just subbed on. That probably was his first involvement in the game. So Yanchi with that handball, it was handball. He was leaning into the ball, touched his arm, tried to pull it out, but too late. Milner went the opposite way. Remember in the last Leicester City Liverpool clash at Anfield, Mane scored a brilliant goal first, then James Maddison equalized, then Albrighton stupidly brought down Mane in the box, and Milner stepped up to score a late winner to break Leicester's hearts. Leicester was absent. They were absent in this game. Did not test Liverpool enough. And 2-0 up, Liverpool were going to run away with the game. And 2-0 up, Liverpool basically had won the game already. They had basically won the game already. 74th minute, Roberto Firmino with his second goal, set up by guess who? Trent Alexander-Arnold. This is now 8 assists this season in the Premier League. Last season, I think, how many did he have? It was 11, and it was the record for a defender. Trent Alexander-Arnold will break his own Premier League record that he set last season. Big question for you guys. Do you think Trent Alexander-Arnold is world class? Duh, of course he's world class. But do you think Trent Alexander-Arnold is currently the best right back in the world? Who else? Who else is going to be in the reckoning right now for best right back in the world? Maybe Kimmich, Dani Alves is still active. Who else? But whatever these other players are doing, Trent Alexander-Arnold is doing it better. And to prove that he is one of the best, if not the best right back in the world, he popped up after running about 60 yards and put one past Schmeichel to put the cherry on top. Liverpool 4-0 win against Leicester. This is a statement. To smash Leicester City, the second place team, 4-0, is a big statement made by Jurgen Klopp and his boys here. Seriously. Seriously, this is a big statement. This is a big statement. And the way Liverpool is playing right now and the kind of points they're racking up, it's scary. It is very scary. Remember, guys, Liverpool only lost 1 Premier League matches in 38 last season. And we have already got 19 and they have not lost a single one. Do your math. 38 plus 19, 57. And Liverpool have only lost once in 57 games. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's simply amazing. That is amazing. And Man City is partially to be blamed for that too, because the standards that we set winning the league by 100 points, we won 100 points, then 98 points, Liverpool 1 point behind us. It kind of made them want to, raise their level of football just a bit more. And all it needed was just a bit more to be better than us, Man City. Because, come on, they're currently 11 points ahead of us. Liverpool, no, not even 11. Right now, it's 14 points ahead of us. But we play tomorrow. We could bring it back down to 11 if we win. That's if we win. So right now, they're 13 points ahead of Leicester, 14 points ahead of Man City with a game in hand. That's crazy. With a game in hand. So if we fail to win the game tomorrow, and Liverpool win their next match when they go up to 19 matches, Liverpool could be 16 points ahead of Leicester, 17 points ahead of City. It's simply ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And if they're 16 points ahead of Leicester, 17 points ahead of City, they have to win the league. Remember, guys, Liverpool have never won in the Premier League era. Liverpool are the only team since 2008-09 to be top at Christmas 3 times now and not win it. The only team. Is this the year where they break that jinx and win the Premier League? All the signs are saying yes. All the signs are saying yes. Another big win for Liverpool, man. Congrats. You guys played well. You were entertaining. You dominated Leicester. You made them look like schoolboys. And another W for Jurgen Klopp. Insights. This was the biggest margin of victory in a clash between teams starting the day in the top two of the Premier League since league leaders Man City beat Man United 6-1 in October 2011. See, statement. Liverpool have won 5 consecutive Boxing Day matches for the first time in their league history, winning those games by an aggregate of 15-0. Wow. Leicester have lost a home Premier League game by a 4-goal margin for the first time since a 6-1 defeat to Tottenham in May 2017. So, Leicester second, Liverpool first. Tomorrow, we play Wolves. We are currently third in the league, and Wolves are currently 8th in the league, 27 points, and we are on 38 points. Wolves defeated us early on in the season. I think 2-1, if I could recall. Or 3-1 or something. I think it was 3-1. Adama Traore with those 2 goals, and we need to beat Wolves. We have to beat Wolves. It's a must. There's no other option but to beat Wolves. And that's all I'm going to say right now. We have to beat Wolves. And I'm going to predict a win. For City. I'll be back with that match tomorrow. But that's all I have for now. 26 minutes in. A recap of all 9 games that were played today. Talk a little bit about tomorrow's match. I hope you guys appreciate the work. Appreciate the effort. And thank you very much. It has been a great year. It has been a great year. Guys, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. Question of the day. Do you think Liverpool are gonna win the league after being top at Christmas yet again? Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. And until my next video, I like to say thanks for watching. Peace out. Rich Squad.